There is a substantial risk of loss associated with trading forex, binary options, stocks, or equities, collectively, asset classes. Only risk capital should be used for trading. Trading in any asset classes is not appropriate for everyone. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. No representation is being made that investors will make profits, or will not sustain losses. Before trading in any asset classes, investors should consult with their professional broker, financial advisor, or financial consultant to determine whether trading asset classes is appropriate. Investors who trade in any asset classes should only do so if the capital used for this purpose represents funds that an investor can afford to lose without adversely impacting the investor's lifestyle. No trading strategy or methodology is without risk of loss. No trading strategy is risk-free, and no trading strategy can guarantee profits or freedom from losses. Investors risk losing the cost to execute any transaction, including associated commissions or fees. You should carefully consider whether trading in any asset class is appropriate for you in light of your investment experience and financial resources. Any trading decisions you make are solely your responsibility and at your own risk. None of the statements or materials in the Auvoria Prime chat rooms constitute a solicitation or recommendation to buy or sell.
My name is Nathan Williams. I am the developer of AIRO. Thank you guys for supporting the platform and the mission. Welcome to the AIRO developer setup call. This call is to help, first of all, anyone that is new to the platform that needs help getting set up, ask questions. And then secondly, if we don't have anybody, we will go over strategies and any questions you guys may have. All right. So I see we had somebody who just signed up. Do you need any help getting set up, or does anybody need any help getting set up on the platform? Any thoughts around building a dashboard alert system for the ATM binary indicator? No. Nope, because you don't trade the binary ATM indicator with the arrows. So no alerts needed. So no, I'm not going to build anything like that for the binary ATM indicator. All right, especially when you're trading binary, it's a lot more difficult. An alert system, by the time you get the alert and then go look at it and then go to your binary, it's too late. All right. If you want to change your currency pairs, do you need to delete? No. Oh, hold on. First of all, let me figure out. Change your currency pairs on what? What exactly are you trying to change your currency pairs on? Design pair I use to set up the. I'm not really. What are you trying to change your pairs on? You just on MT4 or on the dashboard? What are you trying to change your pairs on? Dashboard. All right, great. Let's go look at the dashboard. Let me open up AIRO real quick. Get my VPS open. We'll go look at this really, really quickly. All right, so share the screen. All right, we'll go into the dashboard, add Euro GBP, add blackout over here, and we'll add the dashboard. All right, so I'm gonna want to just do the generic. All right, now I've got the generic all 28 pairs here, right? Now, if you want to change these, all right, or add anything to it, click on a little smiley face up here. It'll bring you back to the settings, all right? And then if you want to change it, I recommend coming down here to all 28 pairs where it says pairs trading. Come over here, double click all 28 pairs, hit the drop down menu. And what you probably want to do is hit own pair list. That way you can design your own list so you don't have to change it all the time. Then you come here to own pairs, delete it, and you want to enter in your own custom list. All right, so you see here I put in 4 items, a Forex pair, 2 indices, and a cryptocurrency. I create my own list. Now I don't have to worry about changing my list because it's already set up appropriately. All right, so that's how you do it there. I didn't have to change anything. Once so I recommend doing your own pair list. So when you set it, you can leave it as is because you don't have to worry about changing it because these are the pairs that you look at every day. All right. Yeah, no problem, no problem. You say you're new. Is there any other questions that you had or need to get set up? Or is that pretty much it? Or are you ready to roll, ready to rock and roll? I'm talking here. That's what I'm talking about. Time to rock and roll. Create a demo and a live account. Congrats. All right. Let me show you. Give me a second. Let me pull it up real quick here. Actually, I'll show you here. So let's go ahead and share my screen. All right. And I'm going to go into AP Live here. And so here's where you find the schedule. You come over here on the side to the menu. You're going to come to this icon right here, the camera, AP Live. Click on that. All right. The first tabs here are all the basic channels. So this is the AIRO channel, the channel we're on right now. This is the free channel. All these channels here are free. All right. So if you don't have a subscription, it doesn't matter. You can log into all these channels when it's time. And then here, the AIRO trade room, you have all the AIRO channels. All right. So when they're available. All right. Only when they're available. All right. So for example, you click on my channel here. This is my live trade channel. All right. And you can come down here and you can see the schedule. So here's the coach. Here's myself. I'm on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 2 to 4 a.m. for live trading. Dante and Jackie are on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 9 to 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Jason Stewart is on Sundays and Wednesdays, 9 Eastern. And then Calvin and Tim are on Thursdays at 7 Eastern. They're getting ready to go to 2 days a week here very soon. So that's where you find the schedule at. We got 9 current days of live trade sessions, getting ready to be a 10th here real soon. All right. That is where you find the actual list or the actual schedule. Cool. Any other questions? Anybody got any other questions? Flash is another expert advisor that the company offers. So if you want to learn about that, definitely take the time to go and look into that. It is not a part of the AIRO platform, so I'm not privy to speak on that. I'm not experienced enough to speak on Flash, but it's another expert advisor that the company offers. Anybody else? Hold on, we got people who said they can't get on the call. If you have 2 brokers, how do you switch when using AIRO? Real simple. So let me share. That's real common because everyone usually sets up one demo, one live. So I'll show you real quickly how to switch back and forth between the 2. All right, so you see here, I'm on my demo account. What I want to do here is come down to File. I'm sorry, hold on. You want to come over here to Charts. Underneath Charts, you have the gold folder, gold star here. Click on that one. It'll bring up these tabs here. You want to come to your Accounts tab, hit the plus sign. All right, you see I got my MV LLC demo. All right, you come here. This is my demo account. If I had another account, all I would do is just double click on it. So if this is my demo account and then I had my live account, I would just double click on the account that I want to use. It'll give me this. You hit log in. You hear all those noises like that, and it switches your account. All right, that's it. That's all you gotta do. Just bring up your navigator here, double click on the account you want to go to and switch. But if you're switching back and forth, you need to make sure you stay confident and conscious of what account you're on. The one thing you don't want to do is to put a trade, you know, if you're a couple of things. Number one, if you're trading your demo account, make sure you're trading similar to what you're going to trade on your live account. So if you know you're going to put $1,000 in your live account, put $1,000 in your demo account. That way you can trade with the same lot sizes. Because what some people do is they put 100,000 into their live demo account and then 1,000 in their live account, and they're trading on their $100,000 demo account with a 5 lot, and then they're trading on their live account with a 0.5 lot, but they forget to change the lot size, and they end up putting a 5 lot on their $1,000 account. So just keep in mind stuff like that. That you're trading on what account. All right. Make sure you understand that information. Is the same if the two brokers are different. It is the exact same way. It doesn't change. That process of changing brokers is the exact same way, no matter if you're using one broker that's the same or using multiple brokers. You'll see the different accounts, the different, it may say Envy, it may say Bear Fox broker, it may say FXCM. You just click on that one and switch to the account by double clicking on the account that you actually want to switch to. Yeah, no problem, no problemo. Anybody else? No? Nobody else? All right, well, one thing I definitely want to make sure I always go over so everybody understands it is strategy 11. So we're going to go ahead and go over strategy number 11, like my good friend Daniel wants to see. But we're going to go over strategy 11 because strategy 11 is a very powerful strategy that people have been winning with significantly. So we're going to go over that strategy so that people can see it. All right. So first of all, to get strategy 11, you want to add a chart. All right. You want to come up here to the templates folder right here. Hit drop down and come down and select AIRO. All right. That will put AIRO onto your template. If you do not see AIRO or blackout in your templates folder drop down or your templates drop down menu, you need to submit a ticket ASAP. All right. ASAP. All right. Once you've added AIRO onto the platform, you then want to hit the navigator button. All right. You want to come over here to indicators, the plus sign next to indicators. Scroll down here to where it says binary ATM. Double click on that one. Make sure the top 2 boxes are check marked. All right. Hit OK. And boom, there it is. You have all that you need. All right. You have all that you need. All right. So next is you're looking for what? We're looking for the setup. Now, the setup is real simple. All right. You want to look for M's off of resistance and overbought. Red zones here are resistance. And then, of course, overbought is up here up top. Or you want to look for W's off of support, which is the green, as well as oversold down here. All right. So I'll show you one that I see right now. You have what? You have leg 1, leg 2, leg 3, and then boom, leg 4 of the M off of what? The overbought area. It's overbought. All right. Then you have what? Leg 1, leg 2, leg 3, and then leg 4, all right, off of resistance. And you see, you only need 1 point to touch. So you see here, this M here, both points, point 1, point 2 of the M are both overbought. So that's a good sign. All right. Here, you only have 1 point touching resistance. That's this point right here. That's fine. That's all you need. All right. So now that you have your M's here, now you're waiting for what? Now you're waiting for price to commit. You're waiting for this blue line to cross down over the dotted red line. That's what you're waiting for. All right. And it becomes real apparent, and you're waiting for it to gap. You want it to be apparent. Right there. Boom. On that candle, when that candle closed down, all right, you start to see the gap in the blue line and the red line there. That is your entry right there. So therefore, your entry should be the very next candle. After that candle closes and you get that little gappage right there, so now you really see it because it's real close. You don't really know if it's crossed right here. So you wait. It's all about patience. Boom, you wait. You got it. So now your entry is next candle, this one right here. Now your entry is this candle right here where the cross is at. That's your entry at 156.100. Here's the price point over here. Your stop loss is going to be at the wick of the candle where the arrow is pointing to, the down arrow. Because we're looking for a sale from here. All right. If it's M's off resistance and off overbought, you're looking for a sale because what? It's overbought. It's at the top. It's got to go where? Down. If it's W's off support and oversold, you're looking for a buy. It's got to go back up. So at that point right there, this arrow, down arrow, is pointing to this candle. There's your stop loss right there. Your entry is right here at 156.1. Your stop loss is at 156.248. That is about 14 pips, almost 15 pips, 14.8. As you can see, price never came back up there. Tried to come back right here, but it failed. It continued to fall down. All right. So that's your entry right there. As you can see here, that bad boy dropped off a cliff. Little drawdown right here at caught 5 pips, but it dropped really all the way down here, 326 pips. We're on the H1. This is the GBP JPY H1 chart. All right. Now there are 3 different ways to get out. That's the only way to get in right there. Or it's not the only way. I'm sorry. There's 2 ways to get in, 3 ways to get out. This is the traditional way to get in. M and M when they match up. All right. And of course, the crossover to get in. All right. So you get in right here in this candle right here. Your exit happens. First exit, safe exit happens when the blue line touches the opposite zone. So it came from overbought. As soon as it came down here and the blue line hit oversold, which would have been right here, actually went below it, that would have been your first exit, your safe exit. You could safely get out there. That right there would have been a 78 pip trade. Not bad. Second exit is when the blue line and red line connect at the opposite end. So it came from overbought to oversold. So you want to wait till they connect. They connected right there. That's an even better exit for this trade. You can see that would have yielded you 279 pips. And then the third exit would have been once they finally cross underneath. I'm sorry. No, the third exit is zone to zone. So this support zone, bounce out a red zone, take it to a green zone. The first time it hit the zone would have been right here. And that would have been 320 pips because it bounced off this zone all the way down to this zone. All right. Don't worry about this red zone because price came through it, came back and touched it. That's why it's red. Red means it's still resistance zone. All right. You want to take it from red zone to green zone. So you don't worry about this zone. So those are the 3 ways to get out of strategy 11 trade. All right. Come back here and see what you guys talking about. Daniel said he's smiling ear to ear right now. How do you put in stop loss and take profit on system? Just like you would any MT4 system. AIRO is just an indicator on top of it. All right. All you're doing is placing the trade on MT4. All right. When the software tells you to. All right. Make sure you watch all the training videos. They'll walk you through how to set up trades. as well as make sure you go and watch in the back office about the actual videos for the Forex Basics course that goes over the basics of this platform, which is MT4. So AIRO software that we place on this platform, but this platform that we're trading on is what's called MetaTrader 4. So there's a video that goes through the basics, the Forex basics, all right, for you. All right, so how do you place a trade? Easiest way to place a trade is to right-click on the black of the screen, hit one-click trading. You get this little icon here in the top left-hand corner. Sell button, buy button. In the middle is how you select your lot size. All right, so you can adjust your lot size or click it and input in what you want to, whatever the case may be. All right, we're in a sale right now, so I'm going to hit sell. Boom, you see it, sale order. All right, this is my demo account. So I always use my demo account on this call so I can actually demonstrate things like this. And you see, boom, I got a sell. Selling. See this coming down here. You want to set your take profit. Let's go ahead and zoom in. You want to set your take profit. You put your mouse on the actual entry line, this green dotted line, until it says what? Until it says drag to modify. Then you bring it down to where you want it to. All right. As you can see here, you look at the line, it tells me my order, tells me how many pips am I at right here, and then how much potential profit. So I'll put mine right here. All right. And if you want to set your stop loss, you do the exact same thing. Put your mouse on the line until it says drag to modify, click and hold it, and drag it up. So I'm going to drag it up. Now you see here, it tells me negative 147 pips. That is really 14.7 pips or 147 points. And it tells me how much money I will lose if price comes up here first before it hits stop loss. So I'll let it go right there. And now you can see my stop loss is here. My take profit is here. All right. Now you can see here, I've got a white line and a red line. The white line is my bid. So whenever I hit sell, it'll put a sell exactly where that white line is at. The red line is the ask. So if I hit buy, it'll put a buy entry where that red line is at. All right. For the sale, both the red line and white line must be below my green line, my green dotted line, my entry line, for me to be in profit. All right. Both have to be. And if I'm in a buy, same thing. Both the white and red line have to be above my green dotted line for me to be in profit. As you can see, it's below now. I'm going to select this icon right here. And you'll see I'm in profit, $2.66 profit. Now, this says negative 534 because I have a what? I have a commission. Every trade you put on, the lot size is going to be a commission. It's going to be a charge. That's how the brokers get paid. So this trade here, I have to make more than $8 for me to make profit. All right, more than $8. All right, and as you can see here, I'm at break even right now. Tells me the pip counter here is telling me I'm at 0 pips right now. So I'm about to go into profit. I'm at break even right now. All right, that's how it works. If you want to close the trade out, it'll close out 2 ways, either 3 ways. Either it hits your stop loss, your take profit, or you hit the X right here next to it to close out the trade. All right. Yeah, no problem, no problem, no problem. And welcome again to the family. All right, looking forward to seeing your results. Triple, so you need that? Okay, good stuff. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Anybody's got any questions? Questions, comments, concerns, anything you guys want to look at? All right, anything you guys want to look at? If not, we might scan the market and see if we can't find us a nice little setup. Daniel wants to look at GU. Do I have any MMTs? Take a look at those too. Let me see. Let me log into my other account real quick here. Daniel wants to look at the MMTs, market maker trends, and then take a look at GU. We'll do that, and then we'll take a look at some. We'll take a look at some setups. See if we can't find an entry on something here. GU is in a market maker buy trend now. All right, so let me share my screen. All right, as you can see here, it's been in a sell trend. Now we're finally back into a buy trend after that huge drop last week. All right, so we come over here. All right, it's gonna bring up GU. We know we're in the buy trend. H1. H4, you can definitely see the setup. You can see here on H4, you had a nice fat order block right there, right before the run up. All right, you can see price came down into that order block. All right, picked up all those orders and it reversed. All right, so natural law would be all right. Where are you going back to? All right, I can definitely see price going back up because of these institutional candles right here. All right, these two right here. So I could definitely see price going back up. Definitely somewhere in this range on GU for sure. All right, as it has to pick up all these orders. When you see these big institutional candles right here, that means price is moving so fast that market makers did not have time to put orders together. That's their number one job. Their number one job is to place all the buy and sell orders. So typically when you have this, price typically comes back into these areas at some point. All right. Why? Well, to bring back order. All right. So that's one reason why I believe we're going to go back up in this area. I actually may even call this trade here. Where we at? We're about 75 pips away. All right, about 75 pips away. All right. Yeah, we're gonna call this trade too. We're gonna take this one. This is a good setup. Good call out, Daniel. About 30 pip stop loss. 75 pips. All right, guys. I am going to one click trade. I'm going to enter into this trade here, a buy on GU. Now, before I enter the buy, I'll explain why. All right, so we just went over the setup right there. All right, number one, indicators letting us know we're in a market maker buy trend right now. That's number one. All right. Number two, we had the buy arrow pop up as well, so that we know the momentum now is in the favor of the buy. That's number two. Number three. We have a beautiful pattern right here. All right. This is what we call head and shoulders. Head and shoulder pattern. All right. And this head and shoulders pattern is bouncing off of a insert shapes. Bouncing off of a level of importance. All right. And the importance is what? The order block right there. Shoulder, head, shoulder. It's an inverted head and shoulders. Usually it's the head up top, shoulder, left and right shoulder. That's typically a sell. Well, this is inverted. This is upside down. Therefore, looking for a buy. All right. So strategy number 9 says is a buy. The momentum from strategy number 9 says is a buy. It already rejected and had the bullish engulfing off of the entry, off of the order block down here. All right. We've got 1 and 2 strong institutional candles that still need to be filled right here. All right. And we got the inverted head and shoulders. And inverted head and shoulders means a buy. So I am going to take the buy right here. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and utilize my, what do you call it? I'm going to utilize, let me measure it out right quick here. Yep, 75. And we go 30. We're going to go, okay. I'm going to pull up my trade manager because I don't want to, I don't have to worry about this trade. I'll put the trade manager to work. All right, put the AIRO trade manager. Take profit is going to be 75 pips or 750 points. Stop loss, we're going to go with 30. All right, so right below this previous low here, this candle right here. All right, place it. All right, my profit lock. We're going for 75 pips. When it gets to 30, so 300 points, I wanted to lock in 5 pips. No, I wanted to lock in 10 pips. And then when it gets to 50, I wanted to lock in, 550 or 500 points. I wanted to lock in 40. I'm gonna lock in a lot. By then it should be rolling. All right, should be rolling. No trailing stop. I'm just gonna apply it to current chart only. Come to common, make sure I got everything check marked. Boom, boom, boom. Got it. Hit OK. And it should kick in a minute. There it is. All right, so we are in a GU buy. Shout out to Daniel. Shout out to Daniel on that trade there. Let's take a look. See if we got anything else. Because if we got GU, we might have some other G pairs. Go look at GJ. GJ like trying to go down. That ain't what we're looking for. Four. Okay. GU, we can go look at the infamous EU, but I'm not going to do it because I hate EU with a passion. That's good. We got one trade on there. GU. Let me throw on binary ATM indicator on H4 and see what that looks like. Binary ATM. Boom, boom, boom. On H4. Oh, yeah, that's even beautiful. That's even more confirmation. Look at that. We're still climbing up. Hadn't even got overbought yet. So we're still moving up. Price is still moving up. It's still moving up. Look at that beautiful entry right there. See that once this candle came up, that bullish engulfing right there. We had the doji at the level of support, which is also the what? The order block. Then you had a bullish engulfing. You could have had an entry right here. All right. Stop loss down here. 84 pip stop loss. Looking for a TP of 130 pips or so. So more than 1 to 1.5 ratio, about 1 to 1.5. All right. So you see, we still got the momentum to the upside. Let's look at the H1. H1 look like it's trying to come down. But we didn't come down too much. M30 still moving up. M15 It's hanging out, running sideways. M5, it's already down, so looking to come back up on M5. M1, where's M1? M1's coming back up. So yeah, we look pretty good. We're looking pretty good. The higher time frames are always the strongest. Higher time frames. That tells you the overall trend. All right, the overall trend. The higher the time frame, the stronger the trend. All right, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. All right, so that's what I got there, guys. That's what I got. So let me just double check here. So if you want to go with a tight TP here, if you want to go with a safe TP, you put it underneath this low right here, this big candle, which would be about an 85 pip stop loss. So you'd be less than 1-to-1 ratio. Like if you want a 75 pip stop loss, it'd be about right here. You'd be safe there too, but I think we're pretty good right there. But if you want to go to safe TP, I mean a safe stop loss, so you don't, put it underneath right at the shoulder. All right. I'll put mine there. It's very tight. And I feel pretty good about the analysis. Should see this bad boy move going into London session. All right. Should see a move going into London session. If not, finishing at TP somewhere either in London or during New York session. All right. In London or during New York. Let's go to 15-minute time frame. 15-minute time frame. Yeah, looking for that Asian breakout to the upside. Just chilling right now. Just chilling. Daniel, my man, good call. Good call. Good call out. All right, Nate, there is a successful M15 bag trade just played out on GJ, but before there was a green zone that popped up, but has now disappeared. Yeah, so if the zone's in the way, don't take the trade unless you feel confident it's going to go through the zone. All right, this is not the best time to take trades for the G pairs unless you're looking at the higher time frames. As you see, I took the trade off the H4, and the reason why is because typically during what we're in right now, which is the Asia session, you're typically going to have a lot of ranging and fake outs because that's what the market makers do during this time frame. They use Asia session to set up all the buyers and sellers to move the market where they want to move the market to during London session going into New York, because GU is a GBP pair which mainly moved during London session, but GBP USD is also one of the 7 major forex pairs, which means it's going to move very well during New York session as well. All right. So we got that set. Once we get to 30 pips in profit, we lock in 10. Once we get to 50, we lock in 40, and we're going to ride till the wheels fall off. Now we can go to sleep. The trade manager going to do the work for us. We ain't got to worry about it. Are there any pairs that you think you can trade during Asia, or you just recommend the money zone? So strategy video number 3, you'll see I talk about the pairs to trade during a certain time frame. If you want to trade during this time frame, you want to look at your JPY pairs and your AUD pairs. I don't trade during Asia. I only trade during London. But those are the pairs that move very well. And then there's some days everything moves during Asia because news comes out and things of that nature. So Google best pairs to trade, forex pairs to trade during the Asia session. It'll give you a list. I can tell you right now, JPY pairs, AUD pairs are two pairs that really trade, that really move or can move more consistently than others during Asia session because that's their session. All right. All right, we got about 10 minutes left, guys. Anybody else? Once you set trade manager, can you make changes? Yes, just go back in there and make the changes. But you want to delete everything first. So take off the stop loss, take profit, and then you can go back in there and reset it. Anybody else? Any questions, comments, concerns? Bitcoin's at an all-time high, over 68,000. Over 68,000 on Bitcoin. Over 68,000 on Bitcoin. Yep, Bitcoin on the move. Does the chart need to be loaded with Trade Manager for it to work on other open charts? No. You just set the setting to all open orders, and no matter how many charts you open or how many trades you open, it'll work. So, yep. Long as you have the setting, there's two settings: current chart only, which means it'll only work on the chart that it's on, or if you just open up one chart and put the settings, set the settings and put the because it's an EA. Put the EA on that one chart and select all open orders. You can take trades from your phone, and the trade manager will manage all those trades as long as you have the settings set the correct way. That's typically how I do it. I've got an account where I'm taking signals at, and I literally take the trades from my phone. I just go to my phone, hit buy or sell, and I don't have to worry about setting take profit or stop loss because my trade manager is sitting on that account. So every time I put a trade in, no matter what, and I only have one chart open, but every trade I put in from my phone, it automatically sets the take profit stop loss and automatically manages that trade for me, as the trade plays out. You're just working with the M15 bag strategy to start. Hey, can't go wrong with the M15 bag strategy. Cannot go wrong. The original beta test group, over 43 traders, proved that bag strategy has an approximately 85% win rate. So it's not bad odds there. Not bad odds. Anybody else? Is there a tutorial on AP on how to view laptop screen on phone? So yes. So when you go in the back office and you go to the AIRO videos, it has a section on there that talks about VPS setup, and it'll walk you through there as well. But for the most part, you just want to download the Microsoft Remote Desktop to your phone, and then the credentials you use to log in on your computer is the same credentials you use to log in on your phone. And you see here, let me pull mine up for you so you can see it real quick. Boom. I've got multiple VPSs that I'm logged into, and all I gotta do is click on one on my phone, and I can pull up exactly what I had on my computer. Matter of fact, don't kick me out. You can only be logged into one at a time, but I'm gonna log in right now and show you that trade. Boom. As you can see, there's that exact setup on my screen. GBP USD, all right? GBP USD, and you can see take profit stop loss set. I think we're down a pip or two, something like that right now. You can see the markup for the head and shoulders. You can see the markup for the order blocks and everything. All right, exactly what I just showed you on my on the computer. All you have to do is download the Microsoft Remote Desktop. All right, and once you download it, then you just log in using the same credentials you have in the back office. All right, that's it. Chef JPY bag strategy hit TP. Those JPYs be moving. Good stuff. Congrats. How many pips you go for? And then how many pips you go for in that Chef JPY? We can go take a look at it. 20 pip hitter. Let's go see how long it took you to get that trade. Oh, hold on. I got kicked out. When I logged into my computer, from my phone, it kicks me out. On my computer, you can only be logged in to your VPS from one device at a time. That's the one part that sucks about it, but hey, the VPS is a game changer though. Game changer. Oh, let's go take a look at that trade though. That trade that we took on GJ. Hit TP. Come in here, account history. Oh, never mind. It would have hit TP, would have stayed in. It closed out though. I forgot we closed it out, but it came down here, hit TP. Got to be more careful. All right, so let me close this out, guys. And actually, we just pull this up. We can just go look at Chef JPY now. So Forex crosses, Chef JPY, boom, boom, boom. We look at AIRO, boom, 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 M15. There it is. Arrows in a what? Arrows in a downtrend. You got one. That one don't count because it's still in. This one counts because the boom, it came out of the zone. So that is a valid bag entry. And it dropped over 22 pips right there. Congrats. Congrats. Now I saw a question about do I always recommend 40 pips? Now I don't. For the beginners, I do. And the reason for the beginners is for a couple reasons. Number one, 40 pips, yes, is double what the take profit is. However, it's so that you can lower your lot size. People get too gung-ho about putting in big lot sizes and they end up losing their account. So it helps you to be more conscious. And also, that's the main focus of it. But for me, it's all about previous highs. So for me, if I know that my entry is here, all right, I'm looking to have my stop loss conservatively here, previous high, entry here, our previous high is here, all right, or just above the zone, the previous zone that it bounced off of. All right, so that's where you can put your stop loss at, which means you'd have a stop loss of either 14 pips or 24 pips. All right, and you can see here, price never came back. It went back about 4 pips and then dropped. But you can do it above previous high or above the previous zone that it bounced off of. All right, so if that makes you feel more comfortable, definitely use that way. Just make sure you have your analysis, done correctly. My TP for GU was 75 pips. My stop loss was 30 pips. So we're going for 1 to, what is that? About 1 to, what is that, man? 1 to 1.5 ratio? Is that right? No, 1 to 2.5. 1 to 2.5 ratio. So not a bad. 1 to 2.5. We're risking $1 for every $2.50 that we want to make. No problem, no problem, no problem. All right, guys, this brings me to the end of the call. We got 3 minutes left. All right. Anybody got any last questions before we get off? Some people typing here. No problem. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So, hey, if you get a trade tonight, make sure you trade responsibly. All right. Who knows? I might just do a pop-up session for trading DAX tonight. Never know. But if you're going to trade, make sure you trade responsibly. I'll see you guys in the funny papers.